AITA. For refusing to pay my wife's breakup vacation after finding her secret emergency fund. My wife told me she needed a 2-week solo vacation to find herself because our marriage felt dry. I loved her, so I agreed to cover the entire $4,000 trip. 4 hours before her flight, I accidentally stumbled upon a hidden binder in our attic. Inside wasn't a travel itinerary. It was a secret savings account with $60,000 in it, a signed lease for an apartment under her maiden name, and an email draft to a divorce lawyer. She wasn't taking a vacation to find herself. She was test driving her single life on my dime. So while she was in the shower getting ready for the airport, I made a few quick phone calls, and by the time she reached the terminal, her entire world collapsed. My wife, Sarah, and I have been married for 4 years. Over the last 6 months, she became completely distant. Every time I brought up counseling or asked what was wrong, she brushed me off, saying she was just burnt out from work. 3 weeks ago, Sarah sat me down at the kitchen table with tears in her eyes. She said she felt lost, that she loved me, but needed a 2-week break in Hawaii to clear her mind and reset our relationship. She claimed her savings were tight, so she asked if I could cover the luxury resort, the flights, and give her $1,500 in spending money. I work in software engineering, and because I genuinely wanted to save our marriage, I drained a chunk of my personal savings and booked everything for her. The morning of her departure, Sarah went up to the attic to grab a vintage suitcase. Half an hour later, while she was taking a long shower, I went up to fetch the carry-on she left behind. That's when I saw it, a taped-up shoebox that had fallen off the top shelf when she pulled the suitcase down. Inside the box was a thick blue binder labeled Exit Strategy. My hands were shaking as I opened it. First page, bank statements for a high-yield account with over $60,000. For context, whenever we split bills, Sarah always claimed she was broke and could barely make rent. Second page, a lease agreement for a high-end apartment in the city center, starting the very day after her Hawaii trip ended. Third page, a printed email chain with a top divorce attorney. The emails explicitly stated that she planned to use the Hawaii trip to move her belongings out while I was at work, and then serve me with divorce papers the moment she returned. She even wrote to her friend, "Let him pay for my last relaxation trip before I hit him with a split." I stood there in the quiet attic, feeling the blood drain from my face. I wasn't just heartbroken, I was furious. I didn't confront her. I didn't scream. I put the binder back, walked downstairs, and picked up my phone. First call, the airline. Since the booking was in my name and paid with my credit card, I canceled her first-class ticket and requested a full refund. Second call, the resort in Hawaii. I canceled the reservation, paid the small cancellation fee, and revoked the card authorized for incidental charges. Third call, my bank. I froze the prepaid debit card I had handed her for spending money. Then, I grabbed my laptop, packed my own bags, locked my personal valuables in my car, and drove to a hotel near my office. I left the front door unlocked and a single piece of paper on the kitchen counter. About 2 hours later, my phone exploded. Sarah was at the airport check-in counter. The agent had just informed her that her ticket didn't exist. When she tried to use the debit card to buy a new flight, it was declined. She sent me 14 missed calls and a string of furious texts. "Where are you? The card isn't working. My flight is canceled. You're ruining my trip." I sent back one simple reply, "Check the kitchen counter." On the counter, I had printed out the first page of her secret $60,000 bank statement, along with a note that read, "Use your own exit fund. My lawyer will be in touch by Monday." She blew up my phone for 3 days straight, calling me cruel, heartless, and a monster for abandoning her at the airport. Her mother even called me, saying that regardless of the divorce, leaving Sarah stranded at the terminal was an unforgivable, petty move. Looking back at this whole situation, it's wild how people will act like the victim when their own trap gets sprung on them. Sarah expected me to finance her luxury exit strategy while secretly plotting to blindside me. Expecting me to pay for a $4,000 vacation to prepare for a divorce isn't just selfish, it's delusional. So, folks, am I the asshole for canceling her trip and locking her out of my finances, or did she get exactly what she paid for?